welcome to the Unofficial Fan Lounge, your unofficial United Football League podcast within the feed of this podcast uncalled for. My name is Mike Chernevsky. I will be your host for this and anything else on this feed soon. Alright, so the regular season is done, folks. 10 weeks in. And we are ready for playoffs, and I'm ready to give power rankings for this season for at least half the league. So, yeah, let's do this. So we will start with the Friday night game, our preview of this weekend's XFL Conference Championship between St. Louis and DC. Final, Battlehawks 13, Defenders 8. 12,624 was the announced attendance. They did get Bear Snake going, and what's interesting about this game was there was a significant rain delay because it was raining pretty hard in the DC area on Friday night. So glad we got the win. That secures the best regular season record this year for the Battlehawks at 8-2. And DC will finish the regular season at 6-4. So, heck of a turnaround for the Defenders, who didn't even make the playoffs last year. So, yeah. Our Saturday game, Houston at Michigan. Michigan did a bobblehead night to honor Jake Bates, which turned out to be a good thing because 16,014 people showed up to Ford Field for this one. Unfortunately, the Roughnecks got the win, 19-12 over the Panthers. So Roughnecks will finish 5-5, which will make them the most improved team this year record-wise, but not improved enough to make the playoffs because Michigan finishes the regular season 6-4. Then we had our two games on Sunday. The first, a battle for basically nothing in San Antonio. So the fourth home game for the Brahmas. But did not go the home team's way because it was Renegades 23, Brahmas 6. In front of 10,863 at the Alamo Dome. Renegades finish 5-5. The Brahmas are 1-9. So San Antonio did way worse than last year. Remember, last year this team made the championship game. So they've got some issues to address. And then our final game, in front of 4,573 people, Birmingham 46, Memphis 9. So, yeah, not a good year for the Showboats, but a pretty good year for Birmingham. The Stallions finish the regular season 7-3 and will host the USFL Conference Championship next week. And the Showboats season is done. It's 2-8, which is identical to their record from last year. Now, let's do attendance real quick for our last bunch of games. So average attendances for DC, they averaged 13,026 for this season, which is still second and still above the league average. So there's no argument here. St. Louis, number 1 in attendance. DC, number 2 in attendance. Memphis, we just talked about them. Unfortunately, they averaged only 3,992 in attendance. So something needs to happen there. And Michigan gained attendance big time this year. It helps that you have a good team, no question about it. And it helps that you have a marketable player that succeeded in the NFL in the very same stadium that you play in. By the way, Michigan's average attendance 11,681. Not bad. And San Antonio, despite only playing 4 games at home this year, because remember they had the 2 games in St. Louis because of their scheduling. They averaged 11,105 over the course of 4 games, which is still pretty good. And everyone, unfortunately, lost a little bit in attendance this year. Although Birmingham and St. Louis, they have a chance to improve that this coming weekend with the championship games. The only team that really improved attendance-wise was the Michigan Panthers. So now we get to our rankings, and we will start with number 8. And last year when I did this for Uncalled For, I used Suno.com. I'm using Suno.com again for these songs. At this time, they gave me the option to remix everything, and I did just that. So you will hear the remix version of each team's song here. So we will start, of course, with number 8, the absolute worst team in the league for the 2025 season.
In the heart of Texas strong, we gather as one underneath the blazing sun. The battle's just begun. Feel the ground shake, feel the roar. We're almost charging to the core. Stand tall, never back away. Pride in our hearts every day. Horns forward, courage blend. Vamos, promise till the end. Our strength we carry through. San Antonio, we're with you. Fight with all our might. Every yard we'll claim tonight. Victory in our sight. Vamos, Brahmas, fight, fight, fight. United through and through. Yellow, black, and fierce, it's true. With every win we'll cheer and scream. San Antonio, the ultimate team. Horns forward, courage blend. Vamos, promise till the end. Our strength we carry through. San Antonio, we're with you. Horns forward, courage blend. Vamos, promise till the end. Our strength we carry through. San Antonio, we're with you. San Antonio, we're with you.
Okay, so number 8, the San Antonio Brahmas, the biggest disappointment of the 2025 season. Because remember, this team made it to the UFL Championship last year. They finished this year with a win of 1 win and 9 losses, which is not good. In fact, compared to last year, they are -6 in the wins column, so not good. Personnel-wise, I don't think they were good at quarterback this year. That's clearly shows. I think having to change coaches in the middle of the season probably doesn't help either. So if you recall, Wade Phillips, whom I'm personally not a fan of, but he's had success, and he's an older gentleman at this point, had to resign for health concerns, and honestly, the new guy didn't do that well either. But again, he's new. His first time as a head coach, so I would give him another year to get everything squared away. Take this off season to improve the roster as best you can, and all, and get yourself a coaching staff that better reflects your philosophy as a coach. And honestly, one less home game probably didn't help them out that much either. So unfortunately, number 8 on our rankings, the San Antonio Brahmas. Now on to number 7.
Game time is here, showtime our cheer, fields ablaze, let's start the craze. Fans in a roar, see us score, Memphis pride, we will not hide. Go boats fight through day and night, strength and speed, we're in the lead. Under the lights, no fear in sight, champions rise, with fire in our eyes. Go boats fight through day and night, strength and speed, we're in the lead. The yacht club stands strong, together we belong, hearts in sync, victory's on the brink.
So number 7, finishing with 2 wins and 8 losses. Both those wins in overtime, actually. So first overtime games of this league were played this year. Both involved the Memphis Showboats, and the Showboats won both of those games. Unfortunately, they didn't win much of anything else this year. So yeah. What to say about these Showboats? Their quarterback situation clearly a mess, so they gotta get that squared away. They also had coaching situations. Ken Wisenhunt was originally supposed to be the coach this year. He resigns. Takes a leave of absence. Turner becomes the coach for a couple games. Wisenhunt returns, and then he resigns for good, and Turner resumes. I don't know if this guy is going to be the answer, but I would probably give him another chance. You got to do something about the attendance. I mean, you're averaging less than 4,000 a game. That is not good. Not good. And hearing from the yacht club members I interact with on social media, maybe this is the year that you fully sell the showboats to the FedEx guy. You move their operations to Memphis so they can be there year round instead of taxiing to and from Arlington. So that might be one way to get more people interested. But yeah, you also got to do a better job at fielding a competitive team. I don't think they did that this year. They haven't done that the last 2 years. Now, that said, going into this league last season, the talk was, they're going to be a competitive team, these Memphis Showboats. Well, second straight 2-8 season. That's certainly not going to help with attendance. And of course, part of the attendance issues, they're doing renovations on the Liberty Bowl stadium, so that doesn't help either. But still, gotta do better. So number 7, sorry Yacht Club, it is your Memphis Showboats. Now on to number 6.
Gonna pound the ground, make it quick. Houston's on the rise, feel the stakes. In the heart of Texas, where the fire's hot, Roughnecks ready, giving all we got. Drill, baby, drill, till the victory is ours. Rough 'em up, show 'em our power. In the stands they roar for the red and blue. Houston's pride shining through. Battles on the field, fight with might. Every roughneck here under stadium lights. Drill, baby, drill, till the victory is ours. Rough 'em up, show 'em our power. With the chants they roar for the red and blue. Houston's pride shining through. Battles on the field, fight with might. Every roughneck here on the stadium lights. Drill, baby, drill, till the victory is ours. Rough 'em up, show 'em our power. Oh, protect the rig, protect the rig, protect the rig, protect the rig.
Number 6, finishing with 5 wins, 5 losses, so 500 record. It is the Houston Roughnecks. Did not have a great start to their season, let's be perfectly honest, but did much better later in the season. Another team that needs to work on their attendance, and unfortunately this is something that I think the merger definitely did this fan base a huge disservice. 2020 XFL Roughnecks were 5-0 with June Jones as coach. They did all right in 23, again with Wade Phillips, but then the merger happens, and we have a 1-9 last year and 5-5 this year under CJ Johnson. So plus side, +4 wins differential from last year, so that's good. That's showing improvements. Bad news, Johnson's not the answer. Get yourself a new head coach, Houston. All right. I'm definitely not suggesting getting Wade Phillips because he had to step down for health reasons. And given his age, I probably wouldn't go for June Jones either. But go for someone like that, someone who's established in football and knows how to win. All right. Now, as for their situation, clearly they did start doing much better when they started Jalen McClendon, the quarterback. I think he's the answer for quarterback. I don't know if moving to U of Houston was the right idea, but there you go. So let's hope for a better year out of Houston. So number 6, Houston Roughnecks, and they're only 6 because 5 is the next team who happened to beat them this year.
We roll through the shadows, no fear in the night. We fight with the spirit, renegades in the light. With fire in our veins, we never back down. On Arlington stage, we're claiming the crown. Full throttle, let's go. Raise hell for the win. We're the renegades, we'll do it again. With every heartbeat, we push to the line. Our power's unrivaled, our fates intertwined. Stand up to the law, may our pride be known. Together as one, this fight is our own. Full throttle, let's go. Raise hell for the win. We're the renegades, we'll do it again. Stand up to the law, let our pride be known. Together as one, this fight is our own. Full throttle, let's go. Raise hell for the win. We're the renegades, we'll do it again. We're the renegades, we'll do it again. We're the renegades, we'll do it again.
And finishing at number 5 for this year's power rankings are the Arlington Renegades. 5 wins, 5 losses, and one of those wins was over Houston, which is why, despite being 5-5, Houston's 6, Arlington 5. So slight improvement over last year. They finished 500. So there's that. But you gotta wonder how much more time Perez as a quarterback. You have to ask, do you bring Stoops back another year to coach these guys? Because he's been the only coach this team's ever had. Is it time to move on? All sorts of questions I think will need to be addressed. Obviously, a solid team, better than last year's team, granted with a bunch of the same guys. But some questions for Arlington, no question about it. Next week, after the championship games, we will reveal 4 and 3. But if you're asking me right now, based on record alone, DC would be 4 at 6-4. Michigan, also 6-4, would finish third because they beat DC. Birmingham at 7-3 would be 2, and St. Louis 8-2 would be number 1. Now let's get to our picks for the conference championships. I am 27-13 this season on my picks, which is 675 win percentage. So that's pretty good. The first of the two will be the USFL Championship. Michigan Panthers at Birmingham Stallions. Played at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock Central. I would think this would be a good game. Lots of positives for both teams, but let's be honest. The Stallions own Michigan, and I do like the Stallions to win in front of their Jason Kelsey impersonators. Everyone takes their shirts off. So I like the Stallions, and I think it's going to be a close game. And then for the XFL Conference Championship, 5 o'clock on Sunday at the Dome in America Center in beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. You have the DC Defenders at 6-4 and the 8-2 St. Louis Battlehawks. Oddly enough, the Battlehawks' only home loss this year was to these Defenders. Granted, with Manny Wilkins at QB, Max Dugan has done a hell of a good job. And Brandon Silvers did a pretty good job this past week throwing the football and all that. So with all that in mind, and we just beat these guys in the rain, I like this to be a close game. I'm going with the Battlehawks to win the XFL Championship. And that is going to do it for our Week 10 review and our preview of the Conference Championship games in the UFL. Thanks for all your supports, and thanks for your support with Uncalled For as well. We will be back next week for our UFL Championship preview, and tell your friends to watch the games. They're on live. They're on free TV, so no excuses. Go out and watch some good spring football come to an end for the 2025 season, and we will talk to you next week.